social media stuff.
I got red. We're live. We got a hot mic.
Hot mic.
Hot mic here.
Hot mics. All right. All right. This is our normal, no people in intro.
Oh, someone was in right away.
All right. It's usually Scott Farkas, so I don't know. It's
somebody else is in.
Andy Man?
Someone's in early.
Probably Andy. You're watching on YouTube.
Probably killing a Coors Light right now. You think he's drinking a Coors Light?
Coors Light?
What do you think Andy Man drinks? What do you think his macro
beer choice
for this episode?
Bush Light. Bush Light.
Ooh, okay. Camo can?
Yeah, camo can. watching those calories. Dan, you muted. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Everyone can hear me. I'm going through Tom's audio.
Yeah, we're all good. Everything's good. It's all good. Okay. Why is Scott Farkas typing in all caps? Dan, you're muted. Okay. It's just typing in the private chat.
I know.
All right. So we're
back.
Yeah, we're back. Another week.
Wait till we get some more people in this chat.
They're just all
I know. If the green room before we went live is any indication of how this episode is going to go, it's going to be
the private chat in our group text is just blowing up and everybody's there. Yeah, so we're back for another week. We actually have guests this week.
I know.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've had guests on live.
If you say it's been a while one more time, I'm going to start singing.
It's been a while since we've had guests on live stream. Oh, what's up? I don't know. Nice hat. Thank you. I don't know who that is. That the this is the that's the guy from I think that's one of the beer tenders from Victory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, that was the guy who was standing at our table yelling at us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been a while.
All right. We got some people in the chat.
Guests.
Sweet. We got people in there.
Yeah. I think we
ready to start?
Kick this thing off. Yeah, we got to do this. This old deal.
We got to get the Michael McDonald version of that song.
I don't even know what that would be. Video kid. All right. Get a little preview here. Really show some emotion, get some emotion in there. I'm trying to keep this. All right. Let's go audio live. Boom. We lost a guest, but it's okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Back in the... all right. Well, don't mind if I do. I didn't have... I pre-crack because I didn't know if it was going to be a... Oh, man.
Do it again. Good acoustics in here.
Should wait. Can we? No. You got to reach across, Dan. Reach across here. That way. Other way. This way. There it is. We made it happen. We touched bottles. Dan touched my bottle through the fence.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the greatest podcast to exist in the history of podcasts. Your number one source for all things craft beer related. It's the internationally acclaimed, Cindy Crawford approved podcast of hops. High fives. Oh, that was a rough one.
Yeah. Do it again.
Yeah. Look at the elbows. And friendship. I am your host, the crispiest of boys, the king of the crunk. I don't know if you could tell how crunk I was there, but it was pretty crunk. It's Tom.
And I'm your other host, the Hot Master General, the Royersford Rattlesnake. Hell yeah!
Finally, the intro is finally appropriate.
You know, the one macro episode we didn't bring cans.
We don't have cans.
We don't have cans for that intro. It's Dan.
You need to do like the toss from the beer guy. All right. And we are. We're still in the the year. I need to update the list. I need to go back and like listen to each intro.
Is this Spotify playlist going to turn into our Untappd?
Yeah. No, I need to go back and listen to a couple intros and get those songs on the playlist. But we do have a Spotify playlist for the year of the late 90s, early 2000s hip hop. Links in our bio, link in bio. On our Instagram. Dan, what's that Instagram, by the way?
That's at Best Best Friends Pod. That's Best Best Friends POD.
All right. And that you can go in there, check out our link tree, and go to the playlist and see all the songs that have been featured in this glorious year. But we have another banger tonight. I can't believe I never thought to bring up a little Bus, but
got it, man.
There we go. All right, everybody. It's the Best Best Friends podcast in the world. And the show starts now. Hot shit, got all you niggas in wet clothes. My metaphors when I'm formulating. Went hard real fast. Know you fucking with lyrical player pros like that. Really want to party with me? Let me see just what you got for me.
I feel like this song was like his like this and like Vibrant Thing coming from like Tribe Called Quest. Like Q-Tip doing Vibrant Thing and then him doing this song. Like they are the exact same beat almost.
Yeah, this is like that's like the anthem of what's coming out of a car that's being hotboxed.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never hotboxed a car before in my life.
No,
never done that.
All right, Dan. Let's get some plugs and housekeeping going here. And we need to get some lo-fi.
Let's do lo-fi.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Awesome.
There I am.
Oh, Tom.
I'm
Tom, are you answering calls right now during the podcast?
There's too many things going on.
You are answering non-podcast calls right now.
I don't even have a call coming in. All right. Yes, boo me. All right, everybody. You know what the deal is with this. Follow, rate, review. Follow us on all major podcast platforms.
That's right.
Yeah. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts. I don't know what it is.
We're on Amazon.
Yeah,
you can ask Alexa to play Best Best Friends Pod.
People do it.
So follow us on all those podcast platforms. Rate the podcast. Tom, what rating are we looking for?
5-star. That's 10. 5-star part. Rate it 5-star twice.
Yeah. Make it 10.
Can. Fucking can.
5 stars, guys. Wherever you can rate podcasts, make sure you're giving us 5 stars there. Hey, if you're able to review on your podcast platform, give us a review. Give us something funny, meaningful, heartfelt. Make us tear up a little bit. Make us laugh a little bit.
Make us cry in disgust. Make us ashamed. Yeah, just give us a rating.
Yep.
And then tell all your friends about the podcast. If you like it, maybe your friends will. Also, feel free to support the podcast. You can donate to the podcast.
This is where Buskin' Tom comes out here with his little bucket for money.
I've got
busking on the street here.
Man. Oh my God, we got a celebrity.
I know we got a
celebrity sighting.
Celebrity in the chat.
But yeah, so we got Barry Ches chiming in tonight.
Ches in the chat.
Yes, the Ches chat is hot right now. All right. Support the podcast. We do this for free for the most part.
It's a hobby. We want to try and monetize it though. So
if you want to support the podcast, we give back. We give guest spots on the podcast. We'll ship out some beer maybe. Maybe we'll turn you into a bit and never send you beer. I don't know.
It'll turn him into a new bit coming soon.
All right, and then that way we can make merch available. We can buy better equipment. Yada yada yada. You know the deal.
Stickers ain't cheap, guys.
Give me money. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
All right.
And of course, we are part of the Hopped Up Network. Hopped Up Network is an ever-growing group of independent beer podcasts. Listen and check out all the other podcasts on their network at www.hoppedupnetwork.com. Follow them on social media at Hopped Up Network.
There you go. All right. That's it. Oh, look at that. We got Chris White in here.
Chris
Soccer
White's in the
hooligan.
house. Oh, Andy. That's perfect.
Over under set at 4.5. I think the over is safe there.
How many are going to end with the word incredible?
And the beer mule's checking in. It's a banquet. It's a banquet night. We'll get into the macros later on. And we got to bring our guests on. Before that, real quick, I will say our bet ended yesterday.
Yes, it did.
I was very ready to just get into everybody and tell you jabronis that I knew you never had it in you to do it, and technically you didn't, because something had to happen at the end, and a hero popped into the at the last minute.
You know what? I looked at $20 left to go. It was for St. Jude's. You were gonna wear Crocs and a mesh crop top. I had to do it.
Dan is the hero that this podcast doesn't deserve.
Really doesn't deserve at all.
So I'm a man of my word. We hit the $200 mark.
Stay tuned, guys.
So we're gonna be doing a little something. You can still donate to the St. Jude's thing. I upped the goal to like $400.
Okay.
Again, all the money's going to St. Jude's, and
continue donating, guys.
Donate. Don't just like, because some people just like the post, and Ryan, like Facebook likes don't cure cancer. So just donate. All right, guys, let's get into our guests. We have two tonight.
We have two. It's a star-studded event here in PA Craft Beer, guys. Let me tell you.
All right, so our first guest we're bringing on, he is to craft beer what Lars Ulrich is to Napster. He's also a known arsonist. It's from Broken Goblet, Mike Locke. There he is. Yay!
Yay!
Mike burnt down a building.
I didn't do that. I even spread that. It's going to be in a fucking TripAdvisor review by tomorrow then.
All right. And we're also joined by the skid mark on the underwear that is PA Craft Beer. I don't know why we still even have him on the podcast. And he will,
because he says yes every time.
All right. So stay tuned. He's going to be brewing a smoothie sour in the near future. From Warwick Farm Brewing, Ryan Seiz.
Oh, man. Look at those beautiful blue eyes.
There he is.
He's been planning that intro all day.
Oh, I really have, dude. I thought about it as soon as I got on here.
Jen's like, why do you keep doing that in the mirror?
She's out there. I can see her. Hey, Jen.
She's like, this is why I'm watching the kid tonight.
I got her right here. There she is. See?
Oh my God.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about. Matt, we'll discuss that at a later date. I'm not above doing things for money.
We are going to be looking up some
Buck's
things
a
on
buck.
Amazon tonight to purchase mesh crop tops, Crocs. Tom is going to be the belle of the ball on his next outing.
Yeah,
I
well,
think it's only fair that 400 gets you mesh bottoms if 200 gets you a mesh top.
well, I would like to not be arrested.
Dude, it's golf. You can do anything you want. Ask Barry Cheswick.
Outstanding.
And Barry,
Never say never, Barry.
when Ryan says he'll never do something, it's very imminent. All right, so this is a special episode. We got Mike and Ryan on, and kind of cat's out of the bag, but we're not doing Warwick and Broken Goblet beer.
It's not your typical craft beer episode. We're going macro, guys.
Yeah, and frankly, those beers are undrinkable anyway. So we're going macro. So Dan and I are drinking the banquet beer, the out of the pill bottle, the fanciest of bottles, in my opinion.
It is just glorious.
Mm-hmm.
I like the under the cap. You got the original 1936 Stubby.
Oh, I have a little something different. Golden since 1873.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
back when old Adolf was brewing them.
Jesus Christ!
What Adolf Coors? It's right.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there on the label. Adolf Coors.
I have a Miller. I have a Miller Lite that is best by 2020.
Probably tastes the exact same as when it went into the can too.
Aged like a fine wine.
I have a Leinenkugels chocolate dunkel.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, jeez.
You need to get bougie.
Oh, look at this guy. I have a Leinenkugel.
Hey, that's macro. That counts.
Yeah, it's just slid in there.
It's on the lowest end of macro.
It's still there.
He had to find he had to find a macro with an adjunct in it.
Oh, Ryan loophole Seiz.
I did have some Moosehead today.
Oh man, what a great brew.
What a great T-shirt that came with every case.
Did you seek that out, Ryan, or did you just have it?
No, we seek that out.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
That Busch Light and Timmy's on a Modelo kick right now.
That's garbage. Modelo is a garbage. Like
I don't like it either.
It's a fine beer, but like if you're like I really like drinking Modelo and like you're buying cases of it, you're garbage. You're a garbage person.
That's my business.
Isn't there an Especial? Isn't there like a level up of regular Modelo?
I only know Especial.
I think is that the only one, or is there a below level? Like,
is there like
is the color of the foil the difference?
There's Modelo. There's Modelo Street Urchin, and then Modelo Especial.
Wasn't there a Modelo Negro too? It's like they're like
amber
one.
All right,
yeah, I've had the amber one.
All right, let's this is a PG podcast, Ryan.
Come on, Ryan. We're not trying to get canceled here.
I'm actually drinking a hazy right now, so
yeah, I saw that earlier.
We're all in a group chat, and we're talking. Oh yeah, we're gonna do macro beers. And he's like, I got Electric Countach.
What a homer.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's the guy that's wearing the shirt of the band that he's seeing at the concert.
Yeah.
He only wears Warwick Farm shirts.
He's gonna have a Matt Friedman shirt on Saturday at MusicFest, guys.
No, I got my outfit planned. It's a Hawaiian shirt, Pit Vipers, a like a baseball hat, like the bucket hats, and then flip flops. So
every time you've ever seen Ryan at Warwick, that's the outfit he's wearing.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I got New Balances. Maybe I'll go with them.
Did you get what are they, the 609s or something?
Brand new.
Oh man,
fresh white. All right, so
what's Michael McDonald drinking? Oh, he's back.
Oh, yep, there they are.
Look at that!
Wow.
There's a little. I gotta clean them up a little bit.
Is there little grass stains on them?
Sacrilege! Who cleans their New Balances?
Did you get grill grease on them yet?
No, the guys in the brewery think it's funny, so they spray like Wort at me when I'm walking by with these things.
You're the dork of the brewery.
Yeah, they're picking on me.
Have some Wort dork.
He's the Wort dork.
Ryan's the Wort dork.
They're giving him swirlies.
It's torture in there.
Oh my god. All right. So we have both these guys on because this Saturday, the 20th.
Yep.
Yeah. The 20th is going to be MusicFest at Warwick Farm Brewing in Jamison. It looks like Jameson, but it's not. It's Jamison because Bucks County needed to church it up a little bit.
And we have Mike on because he did it first.
No.
Simpsons did it.
Listen, Ryan's going big here. He's upstaging us in his first attempt. No pun intended, or actually pun very intended. Actually.
Pun very intended. All right. So what's tell us what's going to be going on at MusicFest.
Yeah. So, well, Mike, we're gonna have Broken Goblet there. So we got a keg from Broken Goblet. We have our collab with Dewey Beach and Trogs that's being released, which is it's a Pilsner that we dry hop with Nelson and Ariana. But the main thing is we're gonna have a stage that's I believe it's 48 feet wide, and we're gonna have 4 bands playing. Stage that's I believe it's 48 feet. Wait, what is it? Why is there a backplate? Do you hear that?
Yeah, you just got Burger King interneted.
Oh, is your Burger King Wi-Fi going out?
So we do.
Oh, is that what it is?
Chat. Which brewery was it that said live music was never going to happen? Anyone remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. If you only
on the podcast, I believe.
Yeah, it was on.
wait a minute. If you
And on his own podcast.
I think. Wait, what was the brewery that said a collab was never going to happen?
I'm just if you throw it once a year, it doesn't count. You know, if you put fest at the end of it, it doesn't count. Yeah. So, but we're having a huge stage there. We're having Matt Friedman is the headliner. He's an up and coming Nashville artist, and we're having like some really cool blues bands. So we're really excited. It looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day, but we're really psyched. There's been a lot of excitement, and then we're also introducing. We have a beer trailer that we're introducing. So it's like 18 feet. It's a big trailer. It's a dual axle, and we'll have 12 taps on that. So we're excited. Should be a good day.
Ryan, I do need to ask, what kind of fruit puree did Dewey contribute to the collaboration?
None.
Oh,
We did.
so they weren't involved at all. They're just in name alone.
I have some of their beer. You know, maybe I'll give them to Dan here so he can bring them back to you.
I'm
gonna shotgun them before I get home.
Why don't I just skip a step and cut my foot off?
Actually, no, man. I've had some great Dewey hazies in the past, but yeah, I've seen a lot of the sours too.
His lagers are good too. I was like, because that's what they're known for is the fruited stuff. But
they're gonna change their name to Dewey Lager Company.
That seems to work well for a lot of other companies.
Yeah. Especially when they really perfect the lager.
No
comment.
I actually I heard from a couple other people who have gone down to Dewey saying that the lagers are really good. So I'm excited to try this collab.
Yeah, he's big on he likes corn in his
I like corn too.
In his pilsners. So, but yeah, Mike gave me
Yeah, Mike, what did you give him?
Well, let me tell you, it's got lactose in it, baby.
Oh, I know. It's a wait. Is this the
Listen, here's exactly what happened because I respect Ryan and his team. I asked him. He asked us if we'd like to have a keg on at the fest because I was kind of a running joke with the music. And we said, of course, that we'd be honored to. I asked him, and he can back me up. What would you like us to provide you? And I asked because we have a whole bunch of lagers that are on right now of different varieties, and he said they were going to have 5 already. And so I said, all right, well, what do what are you going to have? And I looked at the beer list, and so I decided to provide him with a beer that he likely would not have there, which is a kettle sour milkshake IPA.
So I imagine this as Ryan like pulling Mike aside, like, look, I really painted myself in the corner. I really want to do a lactose beer. I can't. I've said it so many times. Like, what can you give me? Please, as much lactose as possible.
Is that the anniversary?
It is. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't even taste like beer.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It's like mango tangerine juice that's a little tart. With a little bit of vanilla in there. But I mean, look, it's well received beer from us. And that way I thought it was something different. I mean, we have a lot of lagers on right now. So I didn't want to just send a 6th one over to him.
That would be a little bit overkill.
It's going for $400 plus shipping and handling on Instagram right now for all the beer mules. So
has Tavor been knocking down your door trying to get that on their site?
Ours?
Yeah.
Oh no, we'll never speak. We'll never speak again. Tavor and me we're never gonna have. After what they did, we'll never speak again.
Yeah, it's a terrible app where you can buy fruit juice, but you can also use promo code Best Friends Pod for 25% off your first box.
There it is.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, since we're just chatting, how did Dewey get a part of the collab? Like, did you go after that, or was it you're doing with Trogs, right?
Yeah, John. Because John has a house, Trogner has a house down in Dewey, and he always talks about how good the beers are from Dewey and stuff, and he has a good relationship with them. So I just asked if, I was like, hey, yeah, let's do a collab with them because they seem like cool dudes, and yeah, that's how it came together. And yeah, they're awesome guys.
Was this all brewed at Trogs or at
our place?
Yeah, your place, okay.
Yeah, and then I think next year we're probably going to go down there and do it. They have a pretty big. I think they have a 30 barrel. It's a pretty big system.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. Like, so they have like a brew pub with like a 7 barrel system, and then like 15 minutes away they have like a big production facility with like 30 barrels and 60 barrels as well.
I've never had any of the Dewey beers, but I remember a while ago our buddy Zeppy was telling us like they do really good lagers and hazies, and then we started seeing like like the fruit juice stuff and but yeah, I always heard before like they started getting into that they were doing really good hazies and lagers. So I guess I would assume that they're still doing that kind of stuff, but
I've never had a thicker beer than Dewey's beers. Like we had to turn the cans upside down and then roll them, and even then it was still like the very bottom was like
viscous.
Yeah.
What kind of beer was that?
They call it Thrills. It was like blueberry, coconut, and almond or something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Not my cup of tea.
Doesn't sound like tea at all.
But they're like, it's weird. They're regular sours. So like the Thrills is like, they're like the ones like that. And then Secret Machine is like their fruited ones, and they're not like thick. Like it's their Thrills ones that are like super thick, like crazy thick. And they make mostly Secret Machine is like their 7% fruited sours that you can buy in you can get them in like grocery stores now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And beer distributors.
So, and I feel like that's like it's kind of a theme around a lot of the breweries that do that. Like Evergreen has a lot of like really good beers. Like, what was it? Juicy.
Yeah.
It's like it's a great hazy.
Yeah, and then they have their sour, their Sorbetto series goes through like that's their kind of sour series that has different numbers, different recipes, and all that jazz.
And it's like but that's like the lactose fruit John. And then like Fourscore, I saw like a lot of really good looking beers from them. Like when I first started noticing them, like hazies, lagers stuff, and then
Jamba Juice.
Everything after that was the Jamba Juice, and it was like all.
Hey man, it's a fad. I mean, it looks good on Instagram.
It's Untappd. It's all Untappd based because those beers get higher scores. That's literally it.
Yeah, they get all the likes. They're nice and bright.
Yeah, it just boosts your Untappd score. I don't know, Mike, if you follow Untappd anymore, but I think they upped their.
He's like, yeah, I'm aware.
I think they upped their minimum like check-in count to have a beer rated.
Yeah, it's 150 now, maybe, or something. There was a number I was talking to a mutual friend, and they were talking about that. That a number there is like their threshold went up, and I don't understand all the algorithms, and I actually had to fucking sit there with a calculator to do a weighted score to try to figure it all out. But yeah, you're 100% right. Is that that Untappd is driving that? Yeah. But also the American palate for beer is right now really wants things that don't really.
They want soda.
They don't really. I mean, I talk about Zima all the time because I loved Zima when I was in college in 1886, and we drank Zima or we drank vodka and orange juice because we didn't want to drink like really rough around the edges beers or straight vodka or it's why It's why tequila with sugar, salt, and a lime, and there's a benefit to try tempering that alcohol flavor. And I just think right now the palates in the U.S. are really into these things that don't challenge you from a beer perspective. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it is what it is. But I agree that like I haven't had a lot of evergreen beers, but because I live in Jersey and I kind of just don't I don't seek that stuff out. But I know that they made some really, really good beers, but the ones that probably make the most hay for them online and on Untappd are is that Sorbetto series. It's like, it's
totally.
It's like a going to a high-end pastry shop, except it's beer and all the flavors are, you're looking for a birthday cake for your kid. Or like, oh my God, that's strawberry, banana, mango filling with cream layer and Jimmy's sprinkles or whatever. Sounds awesome, but now it's a beer.
You crack the can and get shot with sprinkles. Sorry, Jimmy's. What do you guys call it in Jersey? Is it Jimmy's over there?
We called it Jimmy's growing up, but I don't know. That's probably I probably just like me too'd myself or something. I don't know. I'm going to go back to sprinkle. I'm just going to say it's sprinkles.
Man, we've got 10-7 in the house.
Yeah. So Bob said he spent Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at both Dewey's and had the collab. Very nicely done. So Bob's liking that.
Let me tell you what.
Love you, Bob.
Bob sent a beer to us that was a painkiller, like the cocktail.
The milky, shaky one. Yeah.
It was a real, Ryan sent one. No Boil IPA was great. 10-7 sent that, and Rebel Hill sent a cucumber IPA that I thought was fantastic too. But Bob's beer was really good. And I'm not a big fan of those heavily fruited kind of, I'm not a huge fan of that style. You could probably tell by what we make. Boy, it was really good. It was really, really good.
And Bob sends kisses.
Speaking of Untappd, Tom, do you want to get into your Untappd topic since we were talking about it?
Yeah, we can do that. And Matt, our local beer mule, who brings us our treehouse when we need it, he said we need the Craft Brewers Association to develop an app, which would just be a clusterfuck.
I just think Untappd needs to weight it. That's with styles.
Untappd doesn't give a shit about beer.
They don't
care. They don't care.
The thing is now with so many breweries opening up, like, if you don't have a good Untappd score within the first 2 months, like,
you're done.
Yeah, and I do think we've seen that. I think we're seeing a little shift away, like breweries that have been around for a while. Like I'm talking like Free Wills, mostly Free Will, like that kind of brewery. Like they have a lower Untappd score, but their score does not reflect the quality.
And how long they've been around, having they'll have 1,000 different ratings, like thousands of ratings compared to like somebody who just opened and they just have fire smoothie sours or something like that.
Well, I mean, you just look at like the top 10 beers in America from Untappd, or it was like the top 10 IPAs or whatever, and it was all 10 of them were Treehouse beers. They're all Treehouse IPAs, which are all the fucking same base with different hop combination. It's just
Untappd is branding and then also beer style. That's what Untappd is.
I've been asked recently what my biggest regret is at Goblet, and my biggest regret was being not playing to the. I really did not believe when we opened 8.5 years ago that Untappd was going to be what it was, and I regret it as much as I dislike the app. For all the reasons we've talked about a million times, I really regret it because it really does hurt. And we're in that same boat as Free Will. I'm not comparing our quality, but I'm saying we're 8.5 years there, and we're a lot of the breweries that opened up at that time, the 8-9 years ago. Honestly, there are outliers, of course, sit in that 3.7, 3.8, 3.82, 3.69. They all sit in that range. We're never going to get out of it. What's that?
No, that's saying Lil Jon over here. It's like 3.69. Damn, y'all fine.
We're never going to get out of that.
But you also have to look at like some of like the best breweries out there, like a Trogs, a Victory, a Sly Fox. They're all sitting at like 3.79, and it's like
I think we're starting to see the customer base understand that a little more. I'm a little more optimistic than some brewers because I have customers coming in, like bringing me like say a Free Will beer being here's our hazy. I know it's only rated like a 3.85, but like, like there's that but, like, they understand that like there's a weight, like they get rated lower because of when they opened, I think.
There's also so many douchebags on Untappd, and coming from you see it a lot on something that we're about to get into, Pilsnerish's Instagram page, formerly known as Untappd WTF,
until he got that cease and
he
desist.
got the cease and desist. You see a lot of people that are like, I'll never rate a beer a 5. No beer is a 5 to me. Or, I rate on a 3.5 scale. It's like the amount of pretentious fake internet cicerones, like the guys are like, oh, maybe you ask my opinion because I'll look at all the badges that I have. It's like, the fuck do you know? You're some idiot that just pays $600 for a crowler of Troon to be shipped across the country. Like, you don't know shit, and like you get a lot of those, like people don't take that into account. Like the people that just rate it like a 0.5 just to like, oh, I'm just using it to check in. So I just put in 0.5, it doesn't reflect the beer. Well, it does, because you fucking put in a rating.
Yeah. And you're hurting the brewery too. They're average.
But they don't need Untappd doesn't care about beer, and most of the users don't care about beer. It's like
exactly.
the people, the high users don't care about the beer. At the end of the day, they care about their image as this, like, they want to be the coolest kid on Untappd, which is, the smartest kid in at the Special Olympics.
I love Mike as the grizzled veteran. He's like, my 8.5 years there working with Untappd. Like he's been through like just getting shelled by Untappd.
I mean, I have it, and I mean,
Mike's actually 28 years old, but he looks like a president leaving office.
It's not just us. I mean, and it's easy for a brewery like mine to complain about Untappd because we don't have the same scores as some of the other ones, and so it seems like a cop out. But as you guys know, and I won't go into it, we've seen some weaponization of the app, and I don't that really, that goes back to the Tavor thing, and I'm not really happy about it. But I think it's more, my opinion, and of one, is that it's like there's a lot of psychology that goes into groupthink, especially in 2022, and there's a lot of
hive mind.
Yeah, and there's a lot of something called the Ash or Aish effect, depending on how you want to say it, which I'm not going to bore people listening, but it just talks about how a lot of times you want to go along with the rest of the crowd because, one, they're going to turn on you if you have a different opinion than them, and two, it's just a lot easier to be a part of something that is, if you're supposed to like it, you do like it, and if you're not supposed to like it, you don't like it. And I see that a lot on Untappd, and it, anecdotally, we're merged with Jeremy and from the X and Chamonix. Now he's got Trauger Brewing, and when he was just about to come out with it, we had a long conversation about this and positioning of a brewery that is only brewing German style beers, and that is it. And he says it, and he still says, he's like, I knew I had no chance of being highly rated on Untappd simply because I'm making these style of beers. But the reality of it is he's making really excellent, and we are making, together are making really excellent lagers. And, it's not fair to have it be, automatically it's going to be 3.75 or less just because it's not, that's not the style you want. It's a bummer to see that, but
it's crazy that like you have breweries like Trauger who's doing something unique where it's just I'm doing strictly German styles. Everything is adhering to Reinheitsgebot and
the German purity laws.
But you have places like Human Robot, which, not a knock on them at all, because we love Human Robot. They make fantastic beer, but they were like lauded for being that like lager place. Like, hey, we brew lagers. That's what we're known for. And everyone's like, oh, this is the coolest thing in a world where hazies were ruling. But Human Robot was like, we're doing, grade A lagers, and you guys are going to like it.
But they're smart.
The second half of their name is Robot, and those hazies will knock your dick in the dirt.
But you never think of any kind of, you only think of lagers when you think of Human Robot.
Yeah. But they played, their marketing is good. They're playing Untappd well. They built up a swell before they opened. I mean, they were smart about what they did, and I think that's to their benefit. You know, and look, I don't know. I mean, we could complain about Untappd all the time.
Ryan, are you holding a pillow like you're like listening to bedtime stories right now?
Not anymore.
I saw you grab something when when Mike started talking, like you were sitting there listening to a bedtime story.
It's so comfy, dude.
Tell me more, Mike.
I thought he grabbed a manila envelope and he was going to be like what's his name, everybody move back.
Arbut Dwyer.
Yeah, I thought he's going to be Arbut Dwyer on the best friends podcast.
This is the last episode.
One of the guys that works with us is that was his uncle, his great uncle, and I have we at the brewery we have one of his bottles of liquor that they got after the funeral, like where they were divvying out the estate. And now it's sitting on my desk.
That's awesome. It's not true, but Filter wrote a song about him.
So we had, I guess, something to talk about with Untappd. I guess speaking of Pilsner,
and let's get Barry.
Celebrity is commenting.
Barry Ches comments. We put it in here. I tell people when I'm asked if I'm on Untappd, no, I am Untappd.
There he is.
I go to as many breweries as I can and post on Breweries in PA or my Facebook and encourage people to try as many breweries and beers as you can and show your love for those breweries. That's why
I got a bone to pick with Ches real quick. I got a bone to pick. Ches, you got to put spaces after your commas. Every time I see a post, there's no space after the commas, and you're a comma machine.
Listen, Barry, if you want to post about Broken Goblet beers, you don't have to use spaces. You don't even have to use punctuation.
Punctuation doesn't care.
Just end every post with incredible.
What a positive force for Pennsylvania beer, Barry is, though, to be honestly.
Yeah.
Why do I keep getting this? God damn it. Chris White wants to know, Ryan, when's the brown ale coming out this week?
We're brewing it. Oh wait, we are brewing it in. I have my schedule up now. 3 weeks, so it'll be 5 weeks.
5 weeks, okay.
Nice. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Ooh, that burp came with a present.
Jeez, Tom.
All right, hit us with some Pilsner, Dan.
All right, guys. So, I guess. You can go talk about it. I'll go ahead and
so
share it.
I came across this when I was scrolling Instagram today, and I sent it over to Pilsnerish because he is the Untappd force. But this, do you know, as this is from the Untappd Instagram. Do you know, as an Untappd insider, you can get more granular with your beer ratings? That IPA, not quite a 5. How about a 4.8? So basically, and I can't read the text here at the bottom, but their comment. But
yeah, here I got it.
Basically, they're saying pay for Untappd. Don't use the free version, you plebe.
Yeah, so it's Untappd Insiders is an upgraded version of the free Untappd app available for both iOS and Android. Join today and get exclusive badges, better statistics, access to Untappd's secret merch store, and more.
All I heard was, we don't care about the beer. You know what? In fact, rate it lower. You guys want to rate it lower? Now you can. At an even more douchey level. So
I'm done complaining about it. Yeah, I've complained about it so much already.
Yeah. It's just crazy that they're putting basically
Instagram.
Yeah, they're making an exclusive like an Untappd OnlyFans, where if you pay enough, you can rate, up to a 4.8 if you want.
Well, it's like a free game like Rocket League or something, and buying the Premier Pass to get extra skins and shit. That's really what it is. I'm sure to most people, most users on Untappd, if someone's like, you see someone rate a beer like a 3.2, you're like, fuck, this guy, he pays for Untappd. What a turd. What a Wort dork. What a real Wort dork.
Oh, I'm using it. Name of the episode.
But yeah, it's already in there.
I got it.
I gotta make sure my logo's out.
So yeah, Chris White, Ryan, you gonna put the beer in for Lid's Craft Beer Fest?
No, I hate beer fest. I hate everything. I think I'm in one beer fest this year. Fort Washington.
You're in Bethlehem.
Oh, I forgot about that. We are.
And you're going to come to a Happy Halloween, or I'm going to come fight you.
Sure, let's do it. I'm in Happy Halloween. I don't want to get my ass kicked.
Our buddy here, Paired Points, wants to know if we can start talking shit on Tavor now. Well, I haven't been on Tavor in a long time because it became.
Tom was on Tavor almost every day.
We got a bunch of beer from Tavor. Like
it's still in this fridge. He hasn't finished it.
It became like it needs an adjunct, or you can't be on Tavor.
Tom's fridge is like where beers go to die.
Where beers go to die.
It's like the land of misfit toys. There is a I think there's a Warwick. What was that London brown? What was the brown can? The ESB you guys did or something? The bitter?
Oh, bitter bollocks.
Yeah, bitter.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's been in there for a few years. I keep looking at it every time I go in there.
I drank most of the 4-pack.
You don't have to have an adjunct, but you have to be 4.0 or higher on your Untappd score. So therefore, it's likely you will have an adjunct.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tavor stole his photography style.
Oh yeah, Paired Points. They took his they copied his homework.
Yeah, he had like a little cyclorama and would do the beers really nice with a different color background, and yeah, Tavor straight lifted that from him.
Yeah, he did the oh man, he did that one for Trogs.
Hey, this is your sponsor. Careful over there.
They don't pay us shit.
we don't get anything from them.
Our buddy got a free box of beer out of it and gave us a promo code.
Yeah, we didn't even get the box of beer.
All right, so let's get away from this. Guys, why are macro beers so good?
Speaking of that, you haven't even cracked into that champagne of beers yet?
There it is.
Look at it. Oh my God.
In all its glory.
Is it an
the beer we got drank pretty good, don't it?
What's wrong with the beer we got? Right?
So what's wrong with the beer we got? Budweiser?
Miller?
Moo.
Look at that. Look at that.
Was there a hiss?
I don't know. This was my wife upstairs going, really? All right.
Oh, that's got some great carbonation.
Look at
that. This is an old bottle, man. Like I said, we had 20 cases of this.
Jesus.
Wow.
Some would say my band was sponsored. We were sponsored by a whiskey company, and we didn't even want the whiskey sponsorship. We wanted High Life so bad, but there was
Mike drove that back to his house. He put it into a semi truck, and then he jumped in a Trans Am and drove it back to his house.
He's bound and down. Are we gonna do what they say can't be
That's
done?
the exact song that's gonna play when you guys release that beer trailer at Warwick.
He was taking the High Life champagne bottles back to Texarkana.
Well, let me tell you, I would have rather not open it because this is oxidized as shit.
There you go. My first Paired Points. My first beer was a warm Miller High Life stolen from a friend's brother's backpack.
I don't know if I can drink the rest of that stuff. I might have to go back to this delicious Miller Lite.
Best decision Miller Lite ever made was going back to the classic can.
Oh yeah.
I like the Vortex.
The Vortex bottle.
The
The
bottle.
Vortex bottle.
I think
Their old blue can looked like the. It always reminded me of like the early to mid 2000s NBA jerseys.
It just reminded me of the 90s. Like
Yeah.
it was like all those like when NASCAR got real colorful and like fluorescent neon.
Wow, we're getting real deep here. First beer was a Budweiser found at a campground playground. Not ideal.
Jeez.
Yikes.
All right, do you want to go around the horn here? What was everybody's first beer?
Mine was a Milwaukee's Best out of a nice cool fridge. So
Mine, I didn't drink beer until later.
okay.
I had to go to take like an entrance exam for college, and I drove out with my dad, and he brought a cooler of Bud Heavies with him.
Mm.
So in the hotel room, he was like, here's one for you. That was my first beer was a Bud Heavy from my paw.
I thought we used to crush lagers in high school.
No.
We had I bought the 6-pack of Yingling behind Ice House Deli from a buddy of mine, and we crushed a 6-pack of Yingling lagers when we were in like 12th grade, man.
Yeah, but I think I had the Budweiser before
Okay.
that happened, because I was drinking like, you want to talk about some adjuncts or the way that people are drinking now. My go-to was Mike's Hard Lemonade, because I didn't like the taste. I didn't like the taste of beer.
Dude, at my graduation party, you drove like 5 miles to the next town to buy it.
To buy 440s of Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. Oof. Mike.
That is a memory you should be blocking out. Let me tell you.
Mike, what was your first barrel of beer that you had? Because it definitely came in a barrel.
The first beer is Black Label. My dad's French Canadian, and he had this Canadian beer called Black Label, and I just remember being like, I remember drinking it. I don't know how old I was, and being like, oh my God, is that what beer tastes like? I'm never drinking beer again.
After a long hot day of plowing the fields, maybe.
It was awful, but yeah, it's terrible. It was like it's like if you can imagine if like the dumpster juice of Labatt's and Molson together, that's what Black Label tasted like.
Black Label was the Jersey Turnpike of Canadian beers. It's just everything just got ringed out into a bottle.
It's called the Canadian Thoroughfare.
Ryan, what was yours?
God, believe it or not, I didn't drink until I was
Electric Countach last week.
I didn't drink until I was almost 19, like my first beverage, but I had a Keystone Light, I think it was.
Okay.
At a college party. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Keystone Light.
I don't think the general beer drinker realizes how much macro lager most brewery owners drink.
Oh, that was
right, Ryan.
We've preached it early in the podcast. We realized, talking to brewers, when we first started having brewers on, we would always ask, what's your go-to beer? And it was always High Life.
We had Ethan from Stickman on, and he was
High
our
Life,
first
Miller
brewer
Lite,
on.
yeah.
We were featuring his beer, and he drank High Life the whole time.
Red's Apple Ale. Bush Apple is my jam.
Yeah.
I drink a ton of that.
We get down on Natter Days a lot in the summer at the brewery.
Oh yeah.
I had that summer.
We had an episode of Natter Days.
Yeah, that was early in the podcast.
That was an early one.
You will never literally ever come into Broken Goblet and not find a 30-pack of High Life in the walk-in. It's never it won't happen. It's always there.
We're a Bush Light family.
Why is High Life the best macro beer?
It's a champagne of beers, of course. I don't know. I think High Life. I don't know why. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but especially being in a band, it seemed like everything else, when it converted to cans, you could still get 12-ounce bottles of High Life, and almost every bar had it. And so we took to High Life a lot, but I don't know why. I don't know. I can't say High Life is technically better than Miller Lite or whatever, but I certainly think
would you say that you live the High Life?
I would say that I do live the High Life. I have I don't know if you could see this. I don't know. I don't want to be weird here. Can you see that up here? Hold on. Let me show you. This is how much I like High Life.
All right, everybody, get ready to have motion sickness.
Oh wow! Okay. Look at that.
Whoa! Going on that picture. Whoa! Is that you in there?
Yeah, my band. We filmed a stop motion video, which is since off of YouTube, for reasons. And we filmed a stop motion video, and that High Life thing was like a central part of the whole video.
Did you do it first, or did OK Go do it first?
We did it first. Jesus Christ!
I I like how every time Ryan gets up, it's just Michael McDonald staring lovingly at us on the stream.
All right, so let's get through a couple of these chat. We got a lot
the
of
chat was blowing up.
Yeah, chat blew up with some great first beers. Greg Shar, he had Red Dog. My dad had a case of in the fridge and he rarely drank. No idea why it was there. I don't need Red Dog. Oh,
I feel like that's like something somebody left at a party because that was like a novelty beer, wasn't that? Like in the 90s, like Red Dog.
No, Red Dog was pretty big.
Yeah, wasn't it like
so was Zima, but you can't find that anymore.
It was one of those things that took off and then just fizzled out.
Can you imagine if they brought Zima back?
They did.
It's called Smirnoff Ice.
No, they brought Zima back.
They brought Zima back too. Yeah,
really?
A year ago, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard.
Yeah, right. What's in your fridge right now, Mike? You got the very last bottle.
So
it's on tap at the brewery as our seltzer.
At the end of the world, Mike's just going to be over there cracking a Zima. Yeah. Well,
Matt said he's pretty sure his first was an extra gold lager. I mean, that's a good first. It's a good first.
I'd say that's solid.
I can remember summer shandies.
Bush, sad face.
Summer shandy, like what? Like Leinenkugel?
Yeah, the Leinenkugels. Like after games and shit, like I would crush like 3 summer shandies. I just loved them.
I went through that. Went through a shandy.
There was a shandy phase at our when we went to the beach.
Yeah,
in summer.
Leinenkugels, Sam Adams Porch Rocker.
Yeah, Bud Light Lime.
Yeah,
Porch Rocker was good.
Porch Rocker was awesome.
I think macro beers are popular because like they're so dry.
I mean they're easy to crush. I mean I'm already
super consistent.
Yeah,
you know what you're getting.
Yeah,
Barry Chez's first was Schmitz. Dad worked right near everyone lived near the Schmitz brewery. Luckily switched to Bud. My motto for years was if it ain't Bud, it's crud. God damn it.
The sage words of wisdom that we have gotten from Barry on this.
No commas there.
Red Beer 35.
I didn't see any commas either.
Is that Ron?
Yeah, that's Ron from Iron Hill.
Iron Hill. Rolling Rock. Also Hams.
Yeah.
A lot of Hams was big.
Hams was always big at the barbershop I go to. So that's where I
here's a question for the group. Why is PBR so cultishly popular? Like
I don't think it is anymore. I
love it. Yeah.
It's good. PBR is good.
But I think it's malty.
No, it got like that, like in the teens, like in the mid-teens. I
feel counterculture really like stuck to PBR because of like
it was like that hipster, like everyone.
Not hipster, but like musicians, like with the like old school, like New York with like we were talking about like citywides and stuff like that. Like PBR was always like this, like a citywide accoutrement right there. You got like you got 16 ounce of PBR and a shot.
And you could buy it back in our day. You could buy a case of it for like $20.
Yeah.
Was PBR the first one to actually do pounder can? I don't remember a pounder can before PBR pounders.
Gansett, I think.
Gansett did it.
I think
maybe.
I thought Gansett had them too, but I could be wrong. But the PBR pounders, like
that was like every music venue.
Yeah, it was like what was the price? It was like $3 PBR pounders.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'll have a PBR pounder then.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you go to the Note and it's like all you're drinking is PBR pounders. It's all like their cooler was filled up with.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But it became an accessory more than a beer.
Yeah, because then they started messing with the label and like they had the artist series and it got real like, I mean, in pop culture, like PBR is going to be talked about as that like hipster beer, but it is just a solid beer. I had it at my father-in-law's retirement party. They had PBR pounders there. And I'm like, you know what? It's been quite a while and I'm just drinking it and just enjoying it so much. Like returning to that beer was like, after doing this podcast was an awakening. I forgot how much I love that beer.
It's very good, very consistent. And Ron brings up a good point. Magic Hat number 9 always reminded me of PBR. I guess with fucking super fucking weird, but when I was younger, I was stupid. Still get it though. But that was like that like beer it was the craft beer on tap.
Yeah, like at Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got all these domestics, but we got this craft beer number 9 right here. If you want to have that with your bloomin' onion.
Yeah, this
beer business.
UK citrusy.
Yes.
Magic Hat is?
Yeah, I see their mix packs at Wegmans, unless they're just old.
What are they're Chicago, right?
I thought they were Vermont.
That was Vermont, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Magic Hat-
Burlington.
Yeah,
number 9 was my gateway into craft. I mean, at the time it was craft, obviously not really anymore, but we're 20 years ago, that was my beer into craft. And it was because we would go up snowboarding to like Killington or Okemo, and then the only like craft beer that you could get, and you're so right about, instead of Outback though, it was like the Hickory Kitchen or some
Hickory Kitchen.
some sort of like pickled
Old
pepper
Red
steak
Barn
house.
Tavern.
Yeah, and it was Magic Hat number 9, and that's so I always got it in Vermont.
No, that's a good point. I remember that, like going up to like Killington and stuff, and now like in the last couple of years going up there, it's like Fiddlehead, Lawson's, Alchemist. Like it's like they're in every single bar. Like you have your domestics, but they're catering to like the tourists around these like ski towns. They're like, hey, we've got our domestics here. We also have cans of this for like $9 a can.
Dude, people buy it. I did.
Foam,
Like Foam Brewing. They're big up there. It's
yeah, just in those bars, it's like that's what they have, and it's either that or domestic. So like they really push the local up there, which is cool to see. Like, I mean, they're very shut off too.
They all close at like 8:00.
Yeah, it sucks so much.
I was there. I was there with me and some family, my wife, my kids, friends, and blah. We went and rented an Airbnb at Stowe. So we were right down the street from Alchemist, and so we did the the obligatory purchase of some Alchemist beer. But I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go out and get some more. We had run out of. I brought our beer and whatever. I was getting sick of drinking Heady Topper and Focal. So I'm like, let me go find something else. I drove around. I couldn't get beer. There finally was a brewery. I want to say it was called Idle Times or Idlewild or something. That's like right around the corner from Alchemist. And the dude, they were like, yeah, we've got one, one old West Coast IPA for takeout. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll take some of that. Why is no place open? It's 7:30 on a Saturday. And she was like, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Where are you from? I'm like, not the fuck here.
You just got like a nice West Coast malt bomb with no hops in it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, so the funny thing is, I'm like, now I'm annoyed. So I'm like, what am I going to do? And so we called the lady who owned the Airbnb and or texted her, which is probably not appropriate. And she, like, hey, where can we get hammered? And she was like, call her in your house. Don't worry, the hot tub's going to be fine. And she was like, go to a coffee shop. I was like, what? So we went to a coffee shop and they had like 100 different craft beers that you could mix 4-packs.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
That's where we got Foam and Mount Holly beer and all that shit.
That was the first time I had New Trail, Flannel Weather, which was like an eye-opening beer at the time. That first time I ever had that was at a coffee shop.
Okay.
I was in Johnstown, PA, which their only 2 exports are meth and depression. And there was like,
isn't that where they had the flood?
Probably.
I like it. Yeah, just the flood.
Yeah, the flood. But damn, let's kill that off there. I was looking for like a place to have lunch, and there was like this little the only thing that wasn't like a neon sign and like, hey, we have a sandwich. It was this little coffee shop, and I walked in, they had a bar in there. I was like, all right, don't mind if I do. And Dan, do you remember what I was trying to order? And they ran out, and I was like, well, I'll get this flannel beer then.
Ooh, what was it? I remember this. We were in a text conversation.
Yeah. Frontside lip slide.
Yeah, from Pizza Boy. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the beer I gushed over him when I first met him. I was like, dude, frontside lip slide. Oh man, that's crazy. But man.
All right, so we got a little bit of time left. I came up with a little game to play with specifically for Mike. But Ryan, you can certainly chime in. I know you don't really listen to music. Ryan really only listens to John Denver and the Beaver Brown Band. But
and this guy.
Michael McDonald.
And so I was kind of having a talk with my significant other, my wife, and
Oh, I thought you meant me. We were talking earlier.
Dan, I do consider Dan my significant other, and also the best Limp Bizkit album. All right, so the question was, do they rule? And the band that
No.
brought up this question was Rammstein.
Ooh.
And it was an easy for me. Yes, they rule.
It is a yes for me too.
And I knew that was
a
going to be
resounding yes.
I knew that was going to that one was a softball.
Yeah.
Rammstein rules.
Yeah.
And now
That was a meatball right down the middle
Yeah.
right there.
Scott
Because of
Martin-
their stage show, it merits that the amount of
exactly.
and
Never seen
and
them
also
live.
the amount
Full rules.
Just
the fact they
people
don't
on
give a
YouTube,
shit.
crazy. Like just seeing the live show and what like the pyrotechnics and just like the theater show that they put on, in addition to like just rocking like the steady pace, just like
And it's all
bang your head kind of
Yeah.
music. Like it's that music that makes you nod your head the entire time.
what makes
you
them
listen to
rule
it.
is that they don't sing songs in English and you're still like, this fucking rules.
Is that the Du Haas guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do they rule, Ryan?
From the one song that I've heard, yes.
They're new. They're I what brought it up was
I
was
told him,
listening-
I was like, you have a lot of metal bands on this list, Tom. Do you want to put like Jim Blossoms or Third Eye Blind on this for Ryan?
I still don't think he knows what those bands are.
No, he does. He's too young.
Who
I
does
think
that?
I'm dating myself right there.
Ryan knows more about music than
Kings
you
of Leon, maybe?
than
I don't
he
know.
lets on.
And
I've seen
what?
it behind the scenes.
Is he like a 21 Pilots kind of guy?
No.
All right, so I got a list of bands here, and we'll
I'll
go
go
through
fast.
them.
Okay.
Some of them I think we'll have more conversation about than others. But all right, so I'm gonna go into it. Korn. Do they rule?
No.
I'm gonna go yes. There's never been a Korn song that I wasn't like, this fucking rules. Daniel?
I mean, I still get down to some of the songs every time I hear it. Like if it comes up,
This is like an Untappd discussion. Dovetail.
It's a discussion.
What is rule? What's this on a 1 to 5? How many stars?
Yeah.
is rule?
How many bottle caps does rule mean?
Yeah.
They just rule. Like when you're like, when that like a Korn song comes on, you're like, fuck, this rules.
Oh man.
Yeah. No. To me, they don't rule.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Ryan, Korn.
Never listen to him.
It's gonna be the answer for a lot of these.
If you just take Blind, that song rules.
Yeah.
But the body of their work, to me,
The whole Follow the Leader album.
I just didn't. I'm not a big fan. I know that if our guitar player's listening, he's going to come and probably stab me in the eye. But I just don't. I don't think they rule. But I understand why people love them.
Is that the next cover band you're gonna do, Mike? Are you gonna
No, we won't do Korn.
I'll
No.
come-
Oh, come on.
I'll guess scat for you. I'll wear a kilt. I'm not above that.
I respect them, but I just don't. I don't.
All right.
Believe me, I wish I was as successful as they are. But
I think I know everybody's answer on this one. Disturbed.
no. Yeah, no.
No. Tom,
They
I know
s-
you've been listening to Turbo
They-
nonstop on Sirius XM. Like he sent me this list, and I went, "We're gonna have to make this list a little more diverse here."
Disturbed semi rules.
No.
Brian, you know Disturbed, right?
I know them. I've never listened to them.
Wah!
I feel like
Down with the
Marcus
sickness.
over there is secretly down with the sickness. Like when
Oh.
when the family goes to bed, he's just jamming out with an electric Countach. He's like, I'm
So, Down with the Sickness is their thing. There's songs that I like from
Terrible.
them, but they also have Dylan. All right, we'll put it in the guilty pleasure category. I'm a guilty pleasure, but they also have Stricken, which is maybe the worst song ever produced in the history of music.
I just don't know their discography
Did
enough.
you listen to Saint Anger? Any of it?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes, I have,
That's the worst
and-
production of any. Like
I have listened to that, and I still stand by Stricken is the worst song
He's
ever
not-
produced.
Mike. He's not percussion. No, it was. A,
that was the douchiest thing you've ever. He's not. Don't worry, Mike. He's not percussion.
it's the worst for us because we have to listen to that.
It's awful in all ways, every way. Awful.
This is this one. yes, Sound of Silence remake was good. His vocals in that are very good. This is one Dan and I
We had a nice little debate on this.
Yeah. Seven Dust.
No, I don't think they're well known enough to put in the rule category. Like,
I put this because that was like this is like a nostalgia one.
I was like, dude, you need to pull this off the list. Like, it's just like a.
There's a running joke at Goblet about Seven Dust, and I mean, we could get them, and I'm like, nope.
Okay, so that we'll
I'm
put
super and Ryan and I were just talking about this yesterday. Was it? I'm just angry at everything these days. So this is probably you're asking me this. You can put my daughter's name on there. I'd be like, nope, she doesn't rule. I would be. I think I'm just angry at everything. But you've named some bands. I don't like Seven Dust. I don't.
I don't. I was like, we need to diversify this a little bit more. So
we'll diversify here. I thought this was a very diverse band, and I think Ryan can get in on this one. Incubus. Does Incubus rule?
No.
Ryan's a flip-flop guy. He can get into Incubus.
They do not rule.
Okay.
We are in alliance.
Dan, do they rule?
It's a tough one for me. I do love early Incubus, man. I loved Science. I loved Fungus Among Us. Like those albums are great. I do like the drummer. Like he's a huge influence with Stuart Copeland, one of my influences. I don't know, man. That's a tough one for me. Sometimes I listen to it and I'm like, man, this fucking rules. But then
they kind of rule.
They kind of rule, man.
They kind of rule. On our side, at least.
On our side. So it looks like we're on either side of the fence, guys. Science is a great album.
All right. Thought we were going to get a little bit more legs out of this. Didn't know that Mike was this curmudgeon-y.
He was like,
I should have called you guys yesterday after after our conversation. I left there. I'm like, man, I gotta go back to Warwick and get a 6-pack in me after that conversation.
I'm just a very disgruntled person.
All right. All right. Limp Bizkit. Do they rule?
Okay.
More like Poop Biscuit.
ooh. Nah.
I'm gonna say they do rule.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. All right.
They do. I don't know if have you guys seen the video for Dad Vibes, that new song that came out? I was like, these guys are they're just here to have fun.
See, I'm kind of with Chris. I'm not a new metal. Like I just don't like
new metal. Suck. You suck, Chris.
But Limp Bizkit, I think,
soccer,
because Limp Bizkit was everything that band, like they were the anti, like they didn't dress like the metal at the time. They were like the everyman's rock at the time, every person's rock at the time.
Limp
and
Bizkit
so
rules.
And they were also just ridiculous. Like their songs were super hooky.
Yeah.
Just
they
ridiculous.
like rap too.
Yeah.
And, like they always had a good hook and everything too. Like they were just so damn catchy.
And $3 Bill, y'all, legitimate, great, like front to back album.
Dude, I can listen to their rendition of Faith every time it comes on.
Try not to get hyped with that. Okay, we're gonna go back to Ryan's wheelhouse. Green Day. Do they rule?
I mean, ask me when I'm in,
That's when you're going, right?
Ask me when I'm in seventh grade or whatever. Yeah, they rock, but now pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna
get back. I'm pretty embarrassed with myself.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm probably gonna get a lot of heat being as I'm surrounded by punks all the time. Is like Dookie was one of my first like CDs I ever bought, and I just can't stand listening to Green Day anymore. Like it just every time it comes on, I'm like, I don't like this at all.
Dookie was the first album that I ever had, and it's honestly, I put it in like a top. It's in the top 50 albums of all time for me.
Dookie,
yeah, front to back. There's not a bad track on there. Nimrod was good, like as a follow up to Dookie, but everything else sucks.
Well, I was an American Idiot kind of stage. Like,
Oh yeah, you were a little bit younger.
and that's when they really jumped the shark.
Yeah, that's when I was like, I can't do this anymore.
No.
And I mean, Trey Cool, great like musician, drummer. I mean, the band was very. I mean, it's pretty talented, but
I was like early Fall Out Boy. Like when Fall Out Boy's like first album, that's when I.
man,
Does Fall Out Boy rule?
oof.
I mean, they've stayed
got a soft
relevant.
spot in my
They've
heart for
stayed
that
relevant
album.
all these years.
That first album fucking
Cork
rules.
Tree?
No, before Cork
Oh,
Tree.
the self-titled.
Yeah,
The blue one. Was it the blue
yeah,
album?
blue one. Yeah,
Yeah. Slaps.
landing on a runway in Chicago. Oh, landing
Yeah, there
on
you go.
a
Grand Theft
runway
Auto.
in Chicago.
You're talking to a guy who was in Christian school, listened to Fall Out Boy, POD, Newsboys,
Reliant K.
Yeah.
Reliant K. Yeah, they rule.
Reliant K rule. I will say Reliant K.
The hardest rock that Ryan got was DC Talk.
I was literally just about to say DC Talk.
You fucking stink.
You know, your attitude stinks.
I always liked Reliant K because they put skate punk beats in like that kind of music, and I was like, all right, cool. You guys are there.
That was like the age of like the self-pity, like I can't get this girl kind of music. It was
Ryan was a Skillet fan.
big Skillet guy.
All right, let's get through this. Mike, Green Day rules? No.
I tend to agree. I mean, Dookie was amazing. I feel like I'm contractually obligated to say they rule because their lawyer was our lawyer, but they don't. I mean, and I like Trey. I think Trey Cool was a good musician.
Yeah,
But I was never really into them, and even though Dookie was good, I'm going to say does not rule.
All right. This is so we could go these two. We could finish up back to back. Basically the same kind of band. Like they came out at the same time. Similar style. Mudvayne and Slipknot.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking the group.
Mudvayne does not rule, but in memes they Burr Dang is evergreen.
That's one of the best memes
Burr
ever.
Dang,
said.
Burr
Evergreen. I believe Slipknot. I would definitely say that Slipknot rules. I haven't been a fan of their music for a little while, but I do. They did take the Kiss concept and bring it into the modern era of masks and all that persona stuff.
Great.
And their drummer that passed was one of the best.
Jurgensen?
Joey Jordison.
Joey Jordison was one of the best drummers on the planet, and he, though he died, but that whole album was just.
Is that Ohio?
Iowa.
Iowa
was just.
I was gonna say Iowa's the best album. They've ever
Like I don't care who you are, if you listen to Heretic Anthem, that is just you just want to run through a wall.
Except for Scott Farkas, who went, Christian schools and stuff.
And I get that.
Did the 666 part.
Yeah, I get that. But music, even if you took the words out of it, that song was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the hooks and everything.
Yep.
I'm gonna listen to that on the way home.
So like Corey Taylor is a legitimate, like a great singer, great vocalist, great lyricist.
Iowa documentary on YouTube. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's incredible what they did making that album.
I mean, like you said, and I even thought about this, what like songs that will make you run through a wall. Like, like when you hear that, I push my finger into my eye. Like, I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, I'm ready to. So here, and I actually have this picture saved from a song that's been on Turbo a lot.
People equal shit. That was that's like my every time I get pissed off about society.
This song, the Phil Anselmo's a dickhead, but This Love by Pantera, I will run through a fucking wall when that song comes on.
Oh wait,
Skull. Yeah.
Which album was that on?
Vulgar Display.
That's
wasn't
on Vulgar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Vulgar Display.
Oh shit, it wasn't on this one. Pantera.
No, it's not on that one.
Guys, this is my best of. I'm gonna
What a segue.
That was perfect, wasn't it?
I unknowingly segued that into
Very nicely
Great.
done.
So guys, I'm gonna bring this up. So you two are actually the most photoshopped guests we've ever had on the podcast. So I made like a nice little a nice little a nice little collage of everything that we've done together over the years.
That is a great picture.
I always like this one when you're being interviewed by Port and PA and you made the face. And all I could think of is how you were just trying to defend Saint Anger. And there's the Pantera one, obviously.
Oh, man.
Saint Anger is the best Metallica record of all time. POD, obviously.
That's
a classic.
That's a blow right there.
Yeah, Golden. I forgot about the Step Brothers one I did of Ryan from back in the day. He sent this photo of him to us, and I was like, I have to use this for something.
That's a good
Ryan1.jpeg.
There's a myriad of so many others that I was trying to find, but I couldn't. But yeah, the most photoshopped group of guys that we've ever had on the podcast.
I'm really honored.
All right, so we'll end on like a new segment that we developed when we were at Victory. So we kind of got put on the spot with this.
Yeah, we had a listener in the comments bring up probably what's going to be a podcast staple moving forward, and that is playing the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
There you go.
FMK, as we like to call it for all the people, for safer workplace if they're listening to this, but FMK is what we're going to call it. So Tom, you had a...
Yeah, so the last game we played was really geared towards Mike, and this one is geared more towards Ryan. So we're going Fuck, Marry, Kill, and your three choices, and we could go into another one after this.
Yeah, we could probably do a good macro one after this.
Fuck, Marry, Kill, Ryan, Citra, Sabro, Brew 1.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
It's the triumvirate that Warwick is built on.
Yeah, this is the foundation.
It's the foundation.
The walls, they sit on these.
I'm killing Brew 1.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Really?
Lotion on this one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Where was that? Was it between that and Sabro?
No, it's always been Sabro and Citra. That's the problem here. That's Brew 1's the third.
So which one are you putting a ring on? Which one are you doing behind a Walmart?
See, the thing is, like, if there was no business decision behind it, it would be. I'm gonna go Sabro. I'm gonna marry, and then I'm gonna bang Citra.
Really? All
I
right.
mean, you saw the photo, guys.
I don't know. I feel like Sabro would be a really interesting bang, though. So.
I mean, Sabro's like a beach bang. That's like your summer vacation. Yeah. Like you met that girl down there. You're on the beach together.
Coconut aroma of suntan lotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, it's coconut aroma and sand in the hole.
It's like that movie Blue Lagoon. I'm
gonna switch. I'm gonna go. I'm banging Sabro and then marrying Citra.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew it. That's what I had in my head. I'm like, he's probably gonna marry Citra and he's gonna bang one of the other two.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Fuck, Marry, Kill, Citra, Sabro, Brew 1.
Ooh, you're asking the idiot of the brewery, so I have no concept. I like Citra, so I'll do the same thing Ryan did. It'll make
Citra's good.
You can't ask me that. Jesus Christ.
What's the date on that beer, Mike? Since you've got a good track record of hoarding all these domestic beers.
What is that?
What's the date on that beer you just cracked since you've been hoarding domestics?
I'm a little blind. Wait. Hold on.
You want me to get your reading glasses out?
221.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is a fresh one.
That's a fine wine right there.
That's a pretty fresh fridge beer.
We have a big party every year at my house that happens in September, and I end up with like 10 to 12.
Does it happen when September ends?
It doesn't. It's when September. That's a good callback.
Go
But
back
I always end up with like
Really picking that one back out.
12, 30 packs of macro, and they just last me throughout. They last me for and it compounds every year, so they last me for years and years and years and years.
All right, Daniel.
Oh, FMK.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to put a ring on Citra. It's the
anchor.
Yeah, it's the anchor of every hazy IPA. It's always there. It's always there. I do like more of the Brew One pineapple versus the Sabro Tropical. I am going to just have a summer vacation love affair with Brew One, and I'm going to kill Sabro.
It's a tough call, man, but I respect.
This is why we do this podcast. This is why we're here.
This is what it's all about.
This is why we're here. I'm in the same boat. Citra, while not like my favorite hop, it's the one that's just going to be
the constant.
Yeah, it's constant. It's penne.
Loyal.
That's
Citra is my constant. It's loyal. Yeah,
Ryan, it's your rock. Was Citra in your wedding vows?
You don't ever have to check Citra's phone.
He had
Citra's texting.
You don't have to worry about Citra's Pilates teacher.
No.
Ryan had to choke back tears while he was saying, "You're the Citra to my mosaic." His vows. Fucking Wort Dork.
Oh man, we need to get some soundboards here. We are laughing way too hard here in office right now.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm gonna put a ring on Citra. Brew One, I'm a big Brew One guy. I loved your Brew One, whatever that one with that stupid witch on it was.
Pineapple Brew.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's coming out again.
Ooh, I mean,
I'm brewing it soon. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I don't have a sound for that. Damn it. There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, and I'll kill Sabro. Sabro, I sent you I sent a picture to our I don't have the beep. Spoop me boys group text. I had that Sabro hop water.
Yeah.
The sparkling water with just hopped with Sabro. And I was like, man, this is either going to be really good or I'm going to drain pour this. And it was fantastic. It was nice, tropical, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sabro is good in
but it can be overused.
People don't know how to use it. They overuse it.
I feel like it's burned me too much with other breweries where they're like because you guys, I don't want to inflate your head any more than the size of it, Ryan. But
Ryan's a size 8 3/4.
He's a size queen when it comes to the massive head he's got over there. But you guys do Sabro very well.
I know.
But it is a hop that anyway, it is a hop that gets abused by other breweries. So,
all right, well, let's talk about Fuggles, okay?
Fuggles.
Fuggle that hop,
What?
I said fuggle that hop.
All right,
so I'm a very noble man.
All right, before we get
I like it.
Chris White's still waiting on Ryan to brew a Citra Sabro Matueka combo.
He's matuaking his sweet time with that beer.
I heard New Zealand's not where it used to be with these.
Damn, Daniel.
Oh, wait.
Damn,
Michael. There we go. I got them both in there. All right. So let's finish it off. Fuck, marry, kill. We'll go macro since this is the macro episode. All right. Fuck, marry, kill. Banquet beer. High Life. Bud Heavy.
Bud Heavy.
Yeah, we're gonna throw Bud Heavy because Scott Fargus didn't bring a domestic to the table. We had to just come up with one.
Well, I mean, I'm killing Bud Heavy.
Really, the king of beers.
Oh yeah, I mean he brought his chocolate porter.
I'm killing Bud Heavy. I'm marrying High Life. I want to spend the rest of my life with that beer.
You want to be you want to be sitting on a porch drinking.
Yep. And I guess
High Life.
I'm having a weird. We're at a wedding banquet, and I have a
a torrid love affair. I feel like I'm right there with Mike.
I have a weird moment in a bathroom or a stairwell, banquet gives me an awkward hand job and leads to something further.
Banquet beer is going to give you a hand job in the hallway of the fire hall that you're at for a beef and beer.
You mean old Stubby's going to give you a hand job?
I have to apologize to High Life later that it didn't mean anything. I'm killing Bud. Yeah, that's me.
All right.
I'm in the same boat as Mike on that one. Nah, he hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah, Ryan.
I'm killing High Life because you're pretty boring.
Damn!
Wow,
this is coming from Chocolate Porter Daddy over there.
Yeah.
All these beers suck. There's no adjuncts.
I'm a big banquet guy, so I love banquet beer. So I'll marry that, and then it looks like I'm banging Bud Heavy.
Okay. I mean,
got to switch it up a bit, you know.
You look like a guy who
you don't isolate that sound clip forever and ever with him saying it. Looks like I'm banging Bud Heavy.
Yeah, can we? Yeah,
the funny part about that is
I'm gonna call my graphic designer. I'm gonna have a beer and I'm gonna have him draw a person that says Bud Heavy. And I'm sending it.
I'm banging Bud Heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I do respect the nuptials between Banquet Beer and yourself, Ryan. Bud Heavy, maybe after a few Bud Heavies, I'd go after Bud Heavy. But
what's boring about High Life?
Yeah, come on, man.
Versus Banquet.
Spill it.
There's no substance.
What's Banquet got? A
There's
cooler
some
bottle?
malt character. There's
more. There's a bit more character on the Banquet. I will say that.
I guess.
But
the champagne of beers.
Yeah, the champagne of beers, that dry finish on. Oh, it's so good.
Banquet's like a VFW beer. Then you have this.
Yeah. This is a grizzled. This is.
You just complained about how oxidized it
It's
was.
awful. It's undrinkable, but still.
This Coors ran Rambo out of town. I mean, this is a great beer right here.
Yeah. That's the Brian Dennehy of beers.
Of course, yeah. This is Tommy Boy's father in a beer right here.
What a perfect. Yeah, that beer's having a heart attack on the dance floor of his wedding.
You can sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. That's perfect.
Tom's looking up something. Let's see what this is.
Oh, I'm writing down an episode name.
Episode names.
Yeah, the Brian Dennehy of beers.
Yeah, I mean it's a real tough one between that and Wort Dork.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to beat Wort Dork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. As much as I have nostalgia for Bud Heavy, and I feel like Bud Heavy doesn't get enough love. Solid beer, king of beers. Some people say.
King of sulfur.
Yeah. It's the only it's
an American. I mean, it is an American lager.
I was going to say I think it's made with rice, which is that really American?
It is. That's characteristically American for the American lager.
No. I like a corny beer. I like my beer to come from the Rockies. What are the Rockies? I like my beer to be brewed by some guy named Adolf.
Is that that's on that Banquet beer?
Yeah, old Adolf Coors.
Adolf Coors.
Oh.
It's okay. He spells it with a PH instead of an F, so it's
that was changed.
It's not as abrasive.
You know that he went down to the local notary to get that changed.
It might have been Adolphus or something.
Could have been.
Yeah, he went down. He was like,
he changed it because it was Coors Himmler before. But
what's wrong with you? What's wrong with
We were going to name this Goebbels Light, but we can't now.
No. No. No.
Oh, Coors is gonna shut this podcast down.
You shall never speak bad of the name Adolf.
Goebbels.
You're terrible. You're going to delete this before you post it.
All right, let's get out of here. Well, here you go. Bud Heavies need loving too. Enjoy the pack of Marlboro Reds after banging Bud Heavy. Coors Light is like licking a pipe. That's
Yeah.
What, did you guys? I mean, I don't want to keep belaboring this, but now I'm thinking of a moment that I had with Coors Extra Gold. What do you think of that, Ryan?
I actually no.
Does Extra Gold rival Genuine Draft?
Is that the really light
better.
one?
What's that? No,
Is
Extra Gold was
a really light. No, I'm thinking of the Extra Gold.
Extra Gold. I thought was a little bit more malty.
I thought somebody else made that.
Coors
a
Extra
craft
Gold,
brewery.
right? I'm not.
No, yeah, it's the gold label. It just says Extra Gold.
Yeah,
but
Extra
Coors
Gold.
is very small on the label. Extra Gold's like in all caps across that.
Wait, Coors brewed Extra Gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm not crazy.
I always thought it was
pretty
just
sure.
it was its own entity.
No, I thought Coors brewed it.
Extra Gold Lager.
Well, there's Extra. Yeah, Coors.
Yep.
Oh, I've never had that one.
Yeah.
Man, chalk that one up to old Adolf too.
Guess you can call me the king of macros, huh?
All right, let's get out of here. Yeah. Music
I
Fest.
say the old Extra Gold is
There's another sound bit.
Oh man.
the old Extra Gold labels looked real German.
Don't even do it.
On there?
Don't go there.
It's an eagle. It's holding something.
No.
Uh-oh. Abort,
What
abort.
about Music Fest, Ryan?
Yeah.
Let's go back.
August 20th at Warwick Farms Brewing. You're going to featuring fruit juice from Broken Goblet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring your insulin, folks.
It's okay, Ryan. Mike did it first.
Gonna
See,
celebrate.
see, this is your running joke, but I do get salty about that.
I
Not
know
about
you did. You wrote me a paragraph
I did.
text about it.
I did. I'm having a moment with them, with those that we shall not speak of.
Yeah.
But yes. Now, I have a bone to pick with you, Tom.
Okay.
We'll do it another time. though.
We'll get it off the broadcast.
All right.
We'll stay in the chat and
yeah,
finish
you.
these beers.
All right. Music
Damn,
Fest.
Thomas.
Music Fest this Saturday, August 20th at Broken Goblet, or not Broken, at Warwick Farms, featuring a Broken Goblet beer on tap. There's one.
But more importantly, the collab.
Yes, the Dewey beer collab.
Yep.
And
Thanks for me out here.
Dewey Beer, Trogs, Warwick Farm. They came together, did a dry hop Pilsner. I'm stoked.
what time should people start showing up for? And I'm sure I'm gonna give you a 1-star on Google reviews because I'm sure it's gonna screw up traffic.
Yeah, how many of my dogs am I allowed to bring?
0 dogs, carpool.
Traffic's gonna be horrible. You're gonna ruin the neighborhood.
Yeah, show up at 11. That's when parking starts. Don't complain. There's no outside alcohol.
Guess what, guys? There's gonna be a lot of people. Parking's gonna be a nightmare. Just deal with it.
Well, parking's not. Listen, we got the best parking.
Yeah, I was gonna say their parking has been just top notch. And are you guys gonna be chauffeuring people in the
Yes,
cart?
we have.
Timmy Tabor's gonna be riding a golf cart and spitting out Red Man.
Yes. Yep. And he'll be
man.
cussing at you.
Yeah.
Ryan, can I bring my own glass? Because I know you only carry plastic there.
Yes, you can.
Okay, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Bring your own glass.
Yeah, because apparently they just have plastic cups there, like a bunch of crazies.
It's really just to make people complain, and that's really part of my. It's really my favorite thing. Like when somebody complains to me, they're like, "Why are you still serving in plastic?" You know what? Because I just want to hear you complain. That's really
Because we're tired of cleaning up glass
God.
from the Wort dorks that bring it to the beer garden.
Ryan, when you do go to glass, are you going to still, for people going outside, they're going to take plastic?
No, actually, we're having Timmy. He's going to be perched up in the office, and anybody that tries to bring a glass outside is just going to get hit with a paintball gun. So,
seems good.
So, serpentine method, guys. Serpentine.
There you go. Yeah.
No, we're actually going to have. It's actually funny. We're going to have security at the the steps you go down. So it's plastic only beyond the steps.
And those security guards will be armed with cattle prods. So.
Yep.
You know.
They'll be over the age of 70, so they'll be very mobile.
Mike, what's Broken Goblet got going on?
We're just trying to get through the summer, man.
Just trying to survive, man. Scratching and clawing.
We're trying to get through the summer.
Trying to beat these arson charges.
We're trying. This is not about me today. So no, we're some of I would love to be at MusicFest. I have my daughter's 9th birthday, so I cannot be there. But some of us will be in attendance. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing day. And I've seen the specs on the stage that they have. So from a insider point of view, it's going to be awesome. So I think it's going to be a great day. People are going to be amazed at what it's going to be like to see a nice concert there.
I'm glad the stage looked good because we don't know what the hell we're doing. So
looks good to us.
I hope it leads to more live music at Warwick, to be honest.
No.
Weekly. From my insider sources have told me weekly. We're going to have weekly music.
Oh, nice.
The amount of messages I get, and I'm just like, nope.
Oh, I do. Mike,
speaking of messages.
Yeah, before we get off the air here, Mike, there was a nice voicemail left for you.
Yeah. So when we opened up the phone lines earlier this week, somebody did leave a voicemail for you.
What?
Hey, this is. Oh, sorry. I have a Hooba Snake in the background. Hi, this question's for Michael Locks of Broken Goblet Brewing Company, and I'm a local musician, and I just started playing acoustic guitar, and I think I'd be great for your industry. And can you just give me a call back? I'd love to play there for you. Thanks.
Go back.
Really? I don't know who that was. I think you should get him there, though.
Oh, was that you? You doof.
Go back to the beginning, man.
Wait.
Hold on.
Hi, this question.
Hold on.
Hey, this is. Oh, sorry. I have a Hooba Snake in the background.
Oh, okay.
He had to, so he had to turn down his Hooba stank. So, that's you got to think.
I'm bringing a dog in a cooler to your
and a small child.
Hey, listen, I've publicly told Ryan that we would be happy to run his music program for him for a small fee.
Has, yeah.
For a small fee.
All right, let's get out of here. We're gonna get off, and I'm gonna get an earful from old Father Time over here.
He's gonna shake a finger at you.
But last question, as a big fan of the Ghoul, Dylan wants to know if Red Velvet's Ghoul is coming back for Halloween.
Dylan, hello, yes, and also Dylan, there's going to be news that's going to get announced soonish that is going to be relevant specifically to you.
Okay, wow.
Specifically to you, Dylan. He has probably no idea what I'm talking about but when it gets announced, he's going to be like, "Oh,
all right,
okay."
Might have something to do with food.
McGinley is going to do an appearance at Broken Goblet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Follow, rate, review, all that good stuff. You know how it is. Dan, what's our social media?
Follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. It's Best Best Friends Pod. That's Best Best Friends POD. This one's for you, Mike.
Yeah, this is what Mike listens for. Hop on stream. It's the best way to get in chat. Honestly, it's the best way to watch the show. Twitch.tv/bestbestfriendspod, Twitch.tv/bestbestfriendspod. And shoot us an email if you want other brewers to come on. If you need to complain about the answers that Ryan and Mike gave, if you don't agree with their fuck, marry, kills, If you just want to tell us what kind of a Wort dork you are, shoot us an email, bestbestfriendspod@gmail.com, bestbestfriendspod at gmail.com.
That was a bop, that song.
We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
All right, everybody. Follow Warwick at Warwick Farms Brewing, whatever they
Warwick
are.
Farm Brewing, and that's at Broken Goblet Brewing.
Yeah, go follow them, check them out. They both do, begrudgingly, I say this, they both do great beer. So go drink their beer. Broken Goblet, both of them. Honestly, both of them in top 5 venues in the area.
Yeah, top 5 music venues right there. Yeah, I mean, Warwick Farm is about to be one of the hot music venues coming soon. I mean, they are going to be doing great things with music in the future, like after this, weekly probably. So,
guys, I see a spike in emails after this freaking podcast.
I'm just going to forward
you won't.
I'm going to forward the 30 a week we get. I'm going to just start forwarding them to you.
Dude, it's 30 a week. My good God bless.
All right, yeah. Daniel, you know how I feel about you.
I love you. Always have.
And guys, it's not goodbye forever. It's just one more time, Mike.
Oh my God.
You've been on this podcast twice. Come on, man.
This is 3 times, baby. 3 times.
I know.
All right, everybody. Always remember, keep it in the back of your mind. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. That was Hillary Clinton personally choking him out. Best Friends Podcast, episode 128.
We out.
See you. All right. Video, chat.
Bye, chat.
Thanks for being active. We always appreciate you guys. Join us next week, Tuesday at 8. We'll see you next week.
Can't wait for Tom to get an earful.
Yeah. Bye.